New information tonight as the new Cape Coral Fire Chief has suddenly resigned. A week ago, City Manager John Zerlag released an 83-page report summarizing an investigation into Chief Tim Hayes, which cleared him of nearly all of the allegations made against him. So why did he quit? Four Corner's Dave Colbreth joins us now with the very latest. Dave?
All that was released today is that Chief Timothy Hayes quit for personal reasons. After last Friday's report was released, I looked into some things and then went to interview the chief. However, as we were coming back from that interview Tuesday, we learned of the Trey Radel situation and started working on that instead. Meanwhile, Chief Hayes had already sat down with me and answered some tough questions. The investigation was done only because a former fireman accused new Chief Tim Hayes of two things. One was that the public information officer was hired because he and Hayes are good friends.
All I did was pick the phone up and say, Mr. Heater, there's a job that may be available down here. You should apply for it if you're interested. I don't know where you're at in your life. You know, I hadn't talked to him in over 3 years since he had retired from Gainesville. But I knew.
He's not really a friend.
No, he's not really a friend. No, he's not. He was just one of my colleagues from Gainesville.
The second accusation was that Chief Hayes hired Michael Heater instead of two women and paid him more. That's true. Heater is making $51,000 a year, and his highest education is an associate's degree. Of the two women who applied, he offered the one with a master's degree $42,500 and the one with a bachelor's degree $40,500. Although it's true, Hayes says he was more interested in experience than education.
I just decided that it really wasn't worth it to me to have a trainee person come in here, that I was going to have to train and do these other things for more money. I thought that was where the money was at. Didn't have anything to do with females or anything like that. It was just the person that I needed for this job.
The man he hired has 30 years experience as a public information officer and as a fireman.
He knows how to market and brand that fire department, about what they do and how they do it.
Is he also a fireman?
He was also a firefighter. Yes, sir.
So he could put out a fire?
Yes, sir. He sure could.
But the other two people put out a fire?
I don't believe they could. No, sir.
Did they have any? Let me rephrase that. Did they have any experience or qualifications that shows they could put out a fire?
No, sir. They did not. And not that he's going to be out there putting out fires, but he knows what it takes to be able to get that done.
City Manager John Zerlag released this statement tonight. Even though our recent investigation found no cause to relieve Chief Hayes of his duties, Tim decided it would be best for his family if he tendered his resignation. I accepted Tim's resignation with regret. We asked for an interview with Chief Hayes, but haven't heard back yet. Meanwhile, Zerlag has appointed Battalion Chief Donald Cochran to serve as interim fire chief until further notice. Live, Dave Colbert, Fox 4 in your corner.